Quentin Tarantino's highly anticipated ninth film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, finally hit Aussie screens this week. It's set in Tinseltown's golden era and boasts a super cast, including Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio and our Margot Robbie.
How good's that? Now, Weekend Sunrise movie man Jason Jabba Davis is here with his review.
Hey, Jab.
Morning to you, Jabs. Now, apparently it's partly fiction, but it also touches on the real-life Manson family murders.
That's right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All these kids outside the studio this morning. What's freaky is they can get in to see this film. It's an MA15+, but should probably be an R-rated film for some of the trademark Tarantino violence that we see in here. It is the story of the Manson family murders.
And is it violence for violence sake? So I like his stuff, but sometimes it's too violent.
This is pretty over the top. It builds to one of the most Tarantino scenes I've ever seen in my life. It's set in a time period of 6 months between February and August 1969. And for a country that's obsessed with fake news, Quentin Tarantino has used fake history to great effect with his revisionist tales. This one is using the Manson murders as something for his lead characters to interact with. So, of course, we've got Brad Pitt, he's Cliff Dalton, he's this kind of on-the-way-out Western star, and we have the fantastic Brad Pitt as Cliff, his stuntman, who's also on the way out because this new era of Hollywood's being ushered in, and it's creating problems as they look for work. Let's take a look.
Since I just finished watching a Rick Dalton Film Festival, I think I know who you are. Put it there.
Well, it's my pleasure, Mr. Schwartz, and thank you for taking an interest.
Schwartz, not Schwartz.
God damn it, the hell. I'm sorry about that. It's my pleasure, Mr. Schwartz.
Call me Marvin.
Marvin, you call me Rick.
Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, is that your son?
My son? No, that's my stunt double, Cliff Booth.
Is that your son? Like, there is some absolute just
Good
gold
lines.
nuggets in this film. It's
How about
still
Al Pacino
miles ahead
popping
of the
up
pack.
out of nowhere?
Al Pacino, exactly. Some big names. There's, incredible cast. 3.5 stars, and that is against other Tarantino films.
Yeah, okay.
But, overall, it's still miles ahead of the pack, and it's one I would definitely go and see again for a second time.
Okay, something completely different.
Yeah, so that's out at the moment. Opening this Thursday, this is something dear to your heart, Baz. It involves AFL.
Yeah,
and,
all of us in AFL, I reckon.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and all
an
of
interest
Australia.
in the game.
Yep, so Stan Grant has written this documentary. It's called The Australian Dream. It talks about the period in Adam Goode's life when he called out a young Collingwood fan, called her the face of racism after she abused him during a game, and basically explores everything that happened after that. It is phenomenal, and what is stunning is Goode's dignity in the face of this hatred that is hurled towards him. Here's a clip that explains maybe where his dignity comes from.
I actually didn't know what it meant to be an Indigenous person. I did see myself just like everybody else. It wasn't until high school where bullies, smartasses would call me names that I then went home and asked my mum, "What does that mean, Mum?" And Mum goes, "Well, you're Aboriginal. They're trying to tease you. What I want you to do is whenever they do that, you just keep walking away."
Yeah, phenomenal. Grant and Goodes combined to deliver one of the most essential and powerful documentaries to come from this land. Essential viewing for anybody seeking to learn more about the deep division that needs to be addressed and rectified in this country.
And that is the second Adam Goodes documentary, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So it's two of...
And he's in this one. In the last one, it was only news clips and historical footage. This one, he actually takes
Goes to the
5
Swans
stars.
dressing room.
We
It
do
is
not see you
so
give,
powerful.
We do not see you give 5 stars very often.
Opens Thursdays. Please see The Australian Dream. And Tarantino, I'm going to go back for a second look.
Good on you, Jack.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thank
Well
you,
done, mate.
Jazz.
Good stuff.